Welcome to another Trend Guards Explainer, where we prioritize accurate, verified reporting on the tech that's actively shaping our world. Let's get right into it, because today is July 24th, 2026, and the economics of enterprise AI have just fundamentally, permanently changed. DeepSeek V4 went live this morning, and it is completely resetting the baseline for how businesses are going to budget for AI moving forward.
Okay, let's start with the most important verified fact of the day. According to DeepSeek's official release documentation, their brand new enterprise-grade V4 model now costs exactly 44 cents per million output tokens. That's the confirmed price point, just 44 cents. For organizations that have been shelling out thousands of dollars a month for AI API access, this number is a total reality check. It completely resets expectations across the board.
But to really wrap our heads around the impact of that 44-cent figure, we have to look at the broader market context, right? Just 2 days ago, on July 22nd, OpenAI launched GPT-5.6 Ultra, and they priced it at $30 per million output tokens. So, if you run the math on that, OpenAI is currently charging a 68 times premium for similar routine computational work. Now, our goal today isn't to declare a permanent winner, we just want to neutrally highlight this massive pricing disparity, because the question every IT director and CTO literally has to ask today is, where is that 68 times premium actually justified, and where isn't it?
Based on their developer documentation, this stable release essentially removes the technical barriers for widespread enterprise adoption. The beta bugs, they've been actively squashed. Unpredictable behaviors have been ironed out. The model is now officially cleared for continuous integration and continuous deployment pipelines. More specifically, DeepSeek notes that V4 is optimized for high-volume, routine workflows. We're talking about generating boilerplate code, writing unit tests, processing massive documents, and basic data extraction. Businesses can now reliably deploy this model for the repetitive, daily grind of enterprise tasks without having to sweat over experimental instability in their production environments.
Let's look at the comparative data to objectively figure out where that $30 premium makes sense. We rely heavily on these verified benchmark scores because they impartially show us exactly where the most expensive models still dominate. Take a look at Terminate Bench 2.1. That's the hardest agentic coding benchmark out there. And GPT-5.6 Ultra scores a massive 91.9%. On SWE Bench Pro, Anthropic's Claude Fable 5 takes a slight lead at 80.3%, closely followed by GPT-5.6 Ultra at 80%. And in highly complex environments, like CyberGym for cybersecurity or GDP Val across 44 professional occupations, GPT-5.6 Ultra decisively wins. The verified data absolutely shows us that for complex reasoning, autonomous agentic planning, and advanced cybersecurity, the frontier models undeniably earn their premium pricing. No question.
But, and this is a big but, we have to balance those benchmark victories with actual, real-world enterprise usage patterns. Industry analytics reveal a crucial strategic implication here. Roughly 80% of enterprise AI spending goes toward routine tasks. Those boilerplate coding, data extraction, and basic customer support workflows we just talked about, that's the bulk of the work. The complex frontier-level reasoning that truly demands a model like GPT-5.6 Ultra, that only makes up about 20% of the actual workload. DeepSeek V4 is highly capable in that 80% good enough slice, which frankly completely changes the math for enterprise procurement.
Let's just walk through a quick calculation together. Say a mid-size enterprise processes 100 million output tokens per month. If they run that exclusively through GPT 5.6 Ultra, it's going to cost them $36,000 a year. But if they run that exact same volume through DeepSeek V4, that's just $528 a year. The difference between $36,000 and $528 is staggering. It effectively transforms AI from a massive capital expenditure that requires board approval straight down to a standard operational expense you could literally just put on a corporate credit card.
Let's map out how this week's events are building on one another. We have today, July 24th, marked by the DeepSeek V4 stable release. But looking just ahead to this coming Monday, July 27th, Moonshot AI has confirmed they're releasing the open weights for Kimi K3. This is a massive 2.8 trillion parameter model featuring a 1 million token context window. On Monday, they are going to drop their API fees entirely, transitioning the model to a free open weight format.
Now, the crucial point here is understanding why Moonshot AI is making this move. As we can factually report based on their official announcements, Moonshot AI recently had to suspend new subscriptions. And to be clear, this wasn't some clever marketing stunt to build hype. It is a verifiable infrastructure bottleneck. The API demand for Kimi K3 was so overwhelmingly high that their centralized servers literally lacked the physical capacity to handle the traffic from paying customers.
The July 27th open weight release directly solves this capacity issue by decentralizing the infrastructure. Here's exactly how organizations are going to transition from renting a service to owning an asset. Step 1. Developers download the Kimi K3 model weights directly. Step 2. They deploy the model on their own local enterprise GPU clusters. And Step 3. They completely eliminate per-token API fees, paying only for their own hardware, compute, and electricity. Moonshot is essentially bypassing their own server bottleneck by letting the enterprise community become the infrastructure. It's a fascinating pivot.
Based on our analysis of the industry right now, this standard is rapidly moving toward a hybrid adoption strategy. Startups are capitalizing on DeepSeek V4 to instantly lower their barrier to entry, allowing them to build AI products at a fraction of previous cost. Mid-size enterprises, they're actively migrating their routine, high-volume tasks like document processing to DeepSeek, reserving those frontier APIs strictly for complex reasoning. Large enterprises with existing server infrastructure are gearing up to deploy Kimi K3 locally to guarantee absolute data privacy while completely avoiding token fees. Meanwhile, frontier labs like OpenAI and Anthropic are facing unprecedented pricing pressure. This is going to force them to justify their premium rates through absolute performance on the hardest benchmarks.
Which brings us to the absolute most important consideration for anyone building or budgeting for technology today. How will your organization balance that 80-20 split of routine versus frontier AI tasks? The tools available to us right now are more powerful and significantly cheaper than ever before, but allocating them correctly? That's the new challenge. Thank you for joining us for this explainer. Here at TrendGuards, we will always prioritize clarity, factual analysis, and accurate reporting to help you navigate these rapid shifts. Keep an eye on those benchmarks, carefully evaluate your actual workload needs, and as always, stay informed.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. It really helps the channel grow. See you in the next video.